Let's get right into it. Good morning. My name is MumbleB. Back again for, I believe, day 5 of Elden Ring. As you can see on this map that we are not on, we are actually underground. We are going to be exploring the Siofra River well depths today. Going around this area, getting our goddamn souls back. Because we dropped those again. Here's our guy. We got some new armor when we left off on Sunday, and yeah, I don't pay attention to armor. You know, I don't care. I should. I actually did research. I actually took the time to look into stuff. So I looked into like different kinds of armors and weapons, colossal weapons, because I would like to be looking awesome as quickly as possible. The quicker we look awesome, the quicker I'm going to be having even more fun. Because that's kind of the end game, isn't it? You know, looking pretty cool. We fell off. Where are the souls? Please don't tell me they're all the way up there. Please don't tell me they're all the way up there. These guys take so long. And it turns out this is like... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That did a decent amount of damage. There we go. Get out of here. Ooh. Shit, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I keep dying. For that exact reason, right there. But yeah, I was looking at armor and weapons, and yeah, we are nowhere near any of that stuff. So we're, so that's a bit sad. Like everything that looked cool or that I was interested in is pretty much in like a lot of the end game areas. We are taking way too much damage here. This is not good. These guys are slow as shit, but when you're fighting a bunch of them, oh man, even on like the drawback there, like I just walked into that one. That was completely unnecessary. We're warming up. I'm actually feeling pretty awake today. If you can, like, I was on time. I woke up with plenty of time to prepare. Hopefully everything looks and sounds good. I do try to check and make sure and keep an eye on that. I know that there is a problem with the video camera flickering. I'm not sure how to fix that one. I keep looking into it, keep trying out different things, and it keeps happening. So I don't know if that is a Mac issue specifically, like it just is what it is on Mac, or if I should try like a different USB port. I'm gonna try that next, or if there's like some settings that I can adjust, but so far I haven't found anything, or it seems to be pointing towards just a Mac, which isn't going to be changing anytime remotely soon. Anytime remotely soon. So I do apologize about that, but yeah, all the cool armor and weapons and stuff are all in like all of the end game areas. So god damn it. No fucking way. Okay. It's a good start. At least it frees us up from having to get those souls again. We'll take a look at the talismans too. Raises vitality, boosts holy damage, boosts magical damage negation, enhances final hit of chain encounters. Yeah, while I was looking into like the weapons and the armor and stuff, apparently colossal weapons have a decent amount of negation, and it's worth doing if needed. So if we can pull off some counters or start trying that out, that'd be cool. I also looked into this where is this shit? Here we go. This thing, Baldachin's blessing that we get from you know, saying Hello to Fia. Favor bestowed by Deathbed Companion. Protection of a hidden temple in the guise of a bedchamber. Uses FP to temporarily boost poise. Yeah, we don't want this. This will take... That lowers some of our health, and we are already taking more damage than we would like. It's no longer in our inventory, so... Oh yeah, there we go. So that little red square is gone underneath our health. We should have 5% more health back. It's not like huge, but we're already taking a significant amount of damage. So that's not good, and I keep dying, so it might be time to start investing in like vitality a little bit more, as well as getting good. And yeah, so our goal, at least weapon wise, I think the one that I'm really excited about, I can't remember its name, but it's it's like the Queen's Black Flame one. It looks awesome. It has a pretty cool attack. It just is way later in the game. Or not way later, but it's probably mid-game stuff, if I had to guess. It's in Khalid, if that's how you say that word. I have no idea. Yeah, I have no idea how you say any of these words. I barely know how to speak English. Oh shit. Oh shit. These guys are actually really frustrating. They're just so slow. I don't like, it's a test of patience, which I don't have. These guys test your patience. I don't have patience. You know, I picked big swords so I could hit stuff and move on. Yeah, self-control and waiting are not some of my strong suits there. Oh, there's those, but you know, like, oh shit. Okay, that was fine. I ran into this problem yesterday. You know, just self-control issues. I have to move to 2 different apartments in like a month, so that's causing a fair amount of stress, and could interrupt. I'm gonna try to keep it as out of this as I possibly can, but it could interrupt things for like a week or so, while I get situated or while I look at apartments and stuff. But as you probably know, that did a lot of damage. As you probably know, living in shut up. Well, either way, moving is like one of the most stressful things that you can possibly do. In New York, it's a freaking nightmare. Like, if you don't know about broker fees, I don't really understand why they exist, but they do, and they are going to hurt. It's pretty much just like a month's or more worth of rent paid just to the broker for showing you the place. And they should get paid, but should I pay them? Like, why am I paying them? Why is it my responsibility to pay these people? You know, I guess I don't know about that. I don't know how strong I want to take a stance there, because I don't know the like intricacies or financial things there. I just know that it's gonna really hurt my end. But the point is that, you know, I found out that I'm a stress eater, and I was like freaking out yesterday, and looking at places and just like all around not feeling good about it. And stood up and I was like, yeah, okay, it's time to go get some potato chips. And I immediately went to the store and got like some barbecue lays, which is something I don't have in my house. Like I don't keep snacks or desserts or treats or anything like that. Uh, you know, one, because they cost money, and another reason is just that I can't help but eat all of them. I can't help but eat. I want to eat all. Ooh. I think this is kind of important, if I remember correctly. Or it's used for something interesting. I'll have to look into that too. Maybe. Let's try not to fall off here. Again, like I made it through all of this, and I was in an area that was totally fine. And then of my own, like, error, just freaking jumped off the cliff. For no reason. There was no reason. It was right over here. Why did I do that? We'll go over here. We'll get out of the way. But yeah, like I don't keep that stuff around because I will eat the whole thing and I have no self-control. I'll eat it all. I'll down that whole bag and then I'll feel terrible. Absolutely terrible. And sometimes I'll be good and like have like a third of the bag, and some time will go by, and then it's like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I'm sitting there like, I could be eating potato chips right now. Why am I not eating potato chips right now? It's not good. It's not good, and if you can't control yourself, then you just can't have it. Is kind of, I believe, the bottom line there. You just can't have it, unfortunately. Like I don't keep it around. If I did, I'd be feeling absolutely terrible all the time. I feel pretty terrible right now. I think we can get that. Now, do I have to jump from up here to get it, or can I go down another level? Let's go get this other thing on this end first. Is it even worth it? What are these people saying? Why is it always dead end? Ooh, okay, we're gonna try. Oh fuck, I really don't want to mess this up. I really don't want to fight those guys again. Is it even worth it? I really don't think so. That's a little clue. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. Try horse, but why would we even go over there? I don't see anything over there. What do they say? No item ahead. Yeah, we're gonna actually pay attention. I think they were telling the truth. No item ahead. No item ahead. We'll move on. No worries. But yeah. So ate a whole freaking bag of potato chips yesterday to deal, and that's just never good. Like I haven't done that in a hot minute. I even bought like Oreos for the first time in like years. Being serious, like it's been years since I've had that I bought Oreos. And they're so good. That's the problem. They're just the best, and I ate a whole freaking row, man. And it was awesome, and I can't live like that. It ends up affecting like pretty much every other part of my life. You know, no item ahead. Don't. Good morning. Glad. Hope you're doing well. Junk food. Dunk food. It's been an interesting 24 hours for my digestive system. Because I pretty much eat I hope your morning's going well. I hope everything's been good the past few days. Yeah, like I eat pretty much the exact same. I do eat the exact same thing every single day. I eat chicken and eggs and pasta sauce in a bowl, and it's good enough. So it's good enough. I think I missed that item, so we're gonna go back. Yep. Okay, cool. We're gonna go back. Yeah, I eat that. I eat like a banana and maybe some carrots like every day. And it gets really boring and I feel really good. So it is what it is. Um it just means that when I eat pretty much anything outside of that, I can't handle it anymore. Like I used to be able to just down steak or a hamburger or cheeseburger or stuff. But red meat also is pretty painful. It does not go to keep the details at a minimum. It's not a fun experience anymore, and it's just not worth being in pain all the time. Uh, which is my stance on a lot of stuff in general. Like I had fake lamb yesterday. I enjoyed it. What is fake lamb? How and why lamb specifically? Why fake lamb? I'm trying to think about how that works. I guess there's like I've never even had normal lamb or real lamb. Not I don't know how normal. I don't think there is normal lamb. I think it's just lamb, uh, and fake lamb. I don't know what that tastes like. Plant-based at a pita place. I actually enjoyed the Impossible Burger. I thought that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Apparently, I don't know. My parents like to be healthy. I do what I can. I believe they said that it wasn't even that much healthier. I really don't know that much about it. I thought it tasted pretty good, and I have to imagine it's hopefully healthier than eating like red meat. Um, but yeah, I thought it was pretty good. And I used to work at a restaurant that had Impossible Burgers as well, and I would make them on my break and eat those instead. I did cover them with cheese though, so that might have helped. That might have helped quite a bit. But if you char them, just like really just grill char them with the juices of actual meat. Oh my god, that was so fucked up. That was not good. I actually feel a little bad about that because you know I've generally thought positively about Impossible Beyond. I agree it's not healthier, but it's a little better environmentally, and if you care about crying animals, then maybe plant-based is better. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it comes down to. Like, you're not going to get an insane amount of health benefits, but for the benefits it does have, uh, it's probably worth it. If you like it enough, I do think that it tastes good enough to to eat those instead or order them. Uh, the the working at like a well during COVID, um, I had to move back home because I worked for Disney at the time at the theme parks. That was pretty crazy. I like trying everything. I want to eat all the animals. I honestly do too. Like I really don't understand. I've had alligator before. Um, I would try most things except for bugs. Not all of the animals. I take that back very 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 much. Not all of the animals. I'm not counting insects as animals. They should not even really be. I'm not counting insects, but or snails or anything like that. Like I've had snails, I've had oysters. It's not a good time. Give me all the stop it. There's no way. There's no way. Uh no. No, I don't care how environmentally friendly eating bugs is. I'm not doing it. It's not happening. I don't want to do it. It's not worth it. Um, but yeah, for the most part, I will give everything at least to try once. I wouldn't do this again, but like in Japan, I can't remember what it's called, but it was escargot. It was a little shell and with a snail in it, and you take the toothpick, you put it in the end, and you twist it out and you eat it, and it wasn't good. It wasn't a good snail. It didn't. I don't like that. Really chewy, slimy things. I'm not, great about. Uh, but the but yeah, during like COVID, Disney kicked us out of their housing and fired us, and they were like, "You have to finish all of your shifts, pack up, and say goodbye to everyone and move in 3 days." So it was 3 days of working, packing, and trying to get everything together and make last minute plans. Long story short, my car died the day I was supposed to leave. That was crazy. Very fun time. And then I went back home, worked for Amazon, blah blah blah, ignoring that guy. Wow, this place is this is not how I remember this place. And yeah, started working at I quit Amazon to work at a restaurant for much less pay, because I just liked it more. I thought it was way more mentally kind to me. And this guy though, he had like never run a restaurant before. He didn't know what he was doing. He had no idea. He didn't know how to cook. He was just the owner, and I've been working since I was 15 in like restaurants and stuff. Like always had a job, was always doing something. And so he hired me and my brother, and we don't know how to cook. I mean, we can make pizza. I don't think that counts. That doesn't count. And this guy had no idea what he was doing either. And it was a full kitchen, and he had like this insane menu. It was a small kitchen too, and he had this insane menu of pretty much everything. Like any item that you could want, you could probably have. At least like when it comes down to your stereotypical American fare. So there was salmon. I've never cooked salmon. People order salmon, and I throw it on the grill, and I look at it, and I wait until I'm like, that seems okay. People ordered different kinds of burgers, different kinds of like medium rare. I don't think I cooked a single one correctly. I don't think I got a single complaint either. So, and there was like but yeah, he had Impossible Burgers there, so that's kind of where that came up. There was one time though, like this dumb. There was this kid. He was kind. He was a good kid. He was a good kid. He was also like a kid. He was in high school, pretty early high school, and maybe just not like the best. So, and he knocked over like a it was like a $50 bottle of truffle oil onto the ground, and instead of like getting more, the owner was just like, just use olive oil or vegetable oil or something, and that didn't seem like a good idea, but we did that anyways. We did that anyways, and again, no one said anything. And oh, I remember where I was going with this though. Like the Impossible Burgers that we were making, we didn't cook them in a separate place, so they were still on the grill with all of like the meat juices of real meats and other burgers and stuff. And everybody said they were like the best Impossible Burgers they had. So maybe not the best. That's why Impossible tastes so good sometimes. It really is though. Like you can't substitute that. Like, or at least they haven't figured it out yet. It's plant-based at a pita place. Yeah, that the lamb sounds interesting though, but I think I would rather have real lamb first, so I could kind of judge what the difference is. But yeah, that place was nuts. That place was a lot of fun. I do like the chaos of restaurants. I like the kinds of people that work at restaurants. They're all very loosey goosey. Loosey goosey. They tend to have a very different lifestyle and outlook. I got stuck there. This thing blew my mind the first time I saw it. It was just one of the coolest things that I've seen. It's so mysterious, and it does feel like a major hint for what's coming up later. Like you just know that you're fighting this thing at some point. You just know that it's gonna come back later, or that it means something. But yeah, I do feel bad, but like restaurants are just so bizarre sometimes. They were good though for like getting used to talking to different people, and I do think everyone should work. Hi, is this your first playthrough? Hello, hi, good morning. It is not. It kind of is. Oh, a new map. I played back when this game first came out, so I think that was like a year ago, maybe 2 years at this point, and I made it all the way. I covered this area pretty thoroughly. I made it up to the plateau. I believe it gets a bit fuzzy here, but I did like some of the volcano area at the very least. Definitely didn't explore it all, and then I was starting to walk up the steps of the capital, and I fell off there for one reason or another. But I do know that there's a lot left in the game that I have not seen, so really excited to get to those points. And for now, we're just kind of revisiting and enjoying the game, going through it again. It's a very fun game to play. The last time I played, I did a magic build. So this is very different. Tons of game. Yeah, I don't think we've already done new stuff. We've already explored new areas that I didn't know about because I'm too lazy to look up a guide. I just don't. I thought about it the past few days. Like I tried doing a little bit of research to just kind of plan, and I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to have to go through all of this again. If I do want to see everything, Duneboggle has been unbelievably helpful though. Like we explored a new, for me, area in Stormville Castle. Oh shit. Oh, come on. That's a bit silly. You'll miss a lot. Nothing can help that. It is what it is. And in 2 years, maybe I will, try again and try like a different weapon type, or something like that. This time though, I am planning on doing investing in faith and incantation, since I've never used that kind of stuff before. I would like to get I think it's called the Queen's Black Flame Colossal Weapon. I learned about a new area last week, tickled so deeply. Yeah, I will, hopefully we'll get to that point as well. I think you need to be the world's greatest detective to do some of the quests in the game with no guide. That was my conclusion this morning when I was like semi-preparing for this. I don't do a lot, so I feel a little bad about that. But I was looking at like Rainy's questline, because there's a great sword there, as well as some cool armor from Blade. What's this guy say? What's he say? It's gone. That disappeared. I always like watching these because they usually jump off and die, which is kind of funny. Yep. There it goes. I don't want to. Yeah, we'll try that. I think you need to. Yeah. So I was looking at it this morning to see like what it took to do Rainy's questline, and man, it is a crazy mess. I don't know how anybody, like, you just have to I don't even, yeah, I don't, like, it must just be, like, a lot of trial and error for people. And I know, I think there are, like, different trigger points that cut you off from things, or very obscure things that trigger an event. And honestly, like, I think, I think I made a mistake. I think I made a mistake. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, I think I made a mistake. Yep. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, this is better. I'm gonna get off the horse before I dive, so that's gonna kill me. I think I can just fast travel, but I would rather see what our options are or explore. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, sweet. This is actually where we wanted to go. So that's a bit lucky. I really thought that I was in trouble there. What is this? Dwelling arrow. Nice platforming. Teach me skip. Yeah. I just, yeah, I don't understand how people figure this stuff out. And you know, they can, like, I wonder how this game, I guess it couldn't exist like pre-internet, but very early games, very early big games, like early 2000s games, like before people could really have access to, you know, in-depth guides, videos. Like, there's a million videos to teach you pretty much everything that you could ever want to know about a game. I hate fighting on the horse. I really do. It's fun if they're on a horse as well, but the camera kind of just makes me ill, and it's not the game's fault. Like, I don't understand even the fact that it works at all. Good thing about Rainey's quest is you can skip a good 80% of it and still complete the quest. Seen a ton of blind playthroughs manage it. Well, that's probably what we're gonna do, because I don't think that I could look up a guide on stream and have it be enjoyable. You know, I don't think that I could. I used to get Nintendo Power. Yeah, I had. Yeah. Well, it wasn't Nintendo Power magazine, but man, like, I remember those guys that you buy at GameStop. The Pokemon ones are the ones that I got, and it would tell you where, like, all the Pokemon were and how to get them for Fire Red or something. And I'd read through that and have a whole bunch of information about, like, the different trainers. Shield. That was a lot of damage. And have a whole bunch of different information about the trainers and the different Pokemon, and the art was cool. And I remember getting those, and then there was, like, an actual magazine that we subscribed to as well. That was really cool. I do miss those. Having them for free is better though. Like, it just, yeah, I like having them for free, and I also like the community that's, you know, guides build on the internet. Is this important? I think it is, actually. I think we missed one. Shit. I'm still doing that wrong. This pouch thing, still getting used to it, but it is significantly nicer. But yeah, I really loved those magazines as a kid. And magazines in general. Like, it was something that came monthly. It was exciting. I was a big reader. And we got, like, there was, like, a nature one. I'm glad you're using the pouch. It is necessary. It is so nice, and I kept seeing that and not knowing what it was, and I just didn't feel like looking into it at all, which is silly. But, you know, if no point in trying to fix what isn't broken. I'm kind of remembering was there an altar over here? That one's already lit. That one is already lit. Sad. I used to be subscribed to Game Informer, renewed subscription a couple years ago, and it was not as good as I remember. I wonder if it's because they just don't put as much effort into them. I wonder why. I wonder if it's just not worth, like, the money to put in the talents. the same amount of like talent and effort, because it is a lot of work to make something monthly like that. Are you 12? Yeah, I wonder, like, what do they even put in there anymore that would be make it worth it? How, what, like, how, I wonder what they do to make it worth it, or if it really isn't worth it. Most game information is just so easy to come by and so prevalent. Whoops. Like people get really interested in gaming news. Like, I was looking up Baldur's Gate pretty much every single day when that game was coming up for like months. Months. I was looking up Baldur's Gate, and a monthly subscription, like a monthly magazine, would not have scratched that itch. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm getting distracted. I was honestly shocked that they still had a physical magazine, right? Yeah, shoot. I'm trying to think about if I even know anybody who still gets a physical magazine delivered or anything like that. I don't think so. I don't even think my grandparents do. That's surprising. Yeah, I was not. Yeah. I wonder who. Oh shit. We might. The seal is becoming more and more problematic. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. That's a bummer. We've got a seal on that is increasing damage taken for increases in a bunch of stats, which is pretty good for, or at least I think it's pretty good for the colossal weapon early on, just because it takes so many stats to use these things effectively, and you also still need to have, like, think about it, investments in health and endurance as well. But now I think it might start being a detriment at this point, and we're pretty statted up. So it might be time to take that off, or to just get better. That's good. This is a bad idea, but we're gonna do it anyways. But yeah, I don't know anybody who still, like, gets magazines or just I feel bad, like, even books. Where did we go? Did it just send us where? That is so cool. This is my favorite area in the game, easily. Like, that is gorgeous. It is. I've never seen anything like this in a game. It's so cool, and you just feel so lost here. You feel so out of your depth. It's so different from everything else in the game. And I'm pretty much in a constant state of awe when I'm down here. There's just, how does anyone explore? That's kind of weird. I wonder if it's supposed to look like that. Just in a constant state of awe. That guy fucked me up. Yeah, he's no fun. Where did we go though? Last time I read a real book was during a power outage for like an hour. Are you aware that your game is super washed out and gray? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I carry a book with me sometimes to feel smart. I haven't done that in a while, but high school was a different time. I don't know how to fix that though, the color. Like, this seems like the best option for me. Yeah, I'm looking at the stream as well, and it looks somewhat close to what I'm looking at, but I'm not sure how to fix it. I'm using an Elgato HD 60X or something like that, and it has an option to turn HDR tone mapping on or something like that, and that's the only color setting that seems to do anything, and it looks terrible. I think it looks terrible. It increases the contrast in extreme amounts. I don't think it looks correct, or what it's supposed to be. So I'm not really sure what to do about that. If you have any advice there or technical things like that, it'd be very much appreciated. Um, like even my camera, I know flickers sometimes, but I think that might be a Mac issue because I'm on a Mac. I'm on a Mac, not ideal, but I'm kind of stuck. I don't really have options there, which I'm a bit sad about. So the earliest that I can get stuff like that fixed, the better. But it could be like an extremely long time. It could be like I don't think I could afford a reasonable computer for a long time, and this is through the PS5 as well. So that's how I'm able to play this game, and a lot of these games. It's gonna have to be through the PS5. I'll keep looking into how to fix the color and stuff. But what was I talking? Oh yeah, books. Books though, like I'm in a quote unquote book club, I guess. We this is year 2 and we've read 2 books because we always fall apart. No one is able to keep up or do it, and there's a decent amount of people in the group. No one reads the book, and I don't either. I read like one of the books and then just fell off. And not part of the issue, but the side effect of that is that I do buy the books when it's time to read them, and then I don't read them. And as an incentive to read them, I keep them on my desk to incentivize me to read them. I keep every book that I haven't read that I own on my desk. And do you have HDR enabled in the game settings? I mostly see HDR issues on Windows 11, so I don't really have any advice for your setup. Let's take a look. Let's take a look really quick. Because I do want stuff like that fixed as early as possible. Let's see. Is it camera options? Game options. I've got performance settings. Ray tracing is off. I don't know if there is an HDR setting on, like maybe that's like PS5 setting. Oh, here we go. HDR is on. HDR is on Windows 11. So if I turned this off, would it help? Wait to see on that. If I turn that off, does it help? Yeah, hold on. Let me. I take these off for the stream, but these are all the books that I have not read. I haven't read any of these books, and they sit on my desk, and they block my view of the computer all day, and I still don't read them. And I don't think I will ever read them, and I will probably just keep buying books. With the hope that eventually it'll just get sewn. It started toppling over during work. So that's, it's getting bad. It is kind of funny though, and I do love reading. I think it's good. It's just so hard to, it's so like, audiobooks are just so much nicer. I do try to listen to audiobooks. You can, fall asleep to audiobooks. You can do other things while you're listening to an audiobook. I'm actually going through Lord of the Rings right now. And that one's great. It's like the older one, not the Andy Serkis one. And Lord of the Rings is one of my just favorite stories. I love the book. Audiobooks are a great alternative. Too busy to read, right? Like, how does anyone have time to... My mom does, though. My mom has time. And she works a job and has a kid that's 10 and, is like an adult with even more responsibilities than I am. uh, and she finds time to read. She finds time to read. Oh boy. Oh boy, let's give him a shot. Let's just see. We have a lot of runes though. Maybe we should level up first before we make bad decisions. I am trying to make as few bad decisions as I can. So we'll shit. Like that. That was a bad decision. Yeah, been listening to, I forgot this guy was down here. I did not. I've been extremely aware that he is coming up. So he has been on my mind. We will do vigor. That doesn't do a whole lot, but I think that's still the best. That's still the best option. These are our stats. 18 vigor, 17 endurance, 34 strength, dexterity 12, few boosts through the seal. Yeah, it might be time to take that off. And we'll work our way back that on this side now. But like audiobook wise, like I can't listen to anything crazy either though is the issue. I like reading a lot of science fiction, and if it gets a bit too intense or really like technical, then I'm just not gonna understand what the heck is happening. I'm not gonna know what they're talking about, or I'll get lost really easily. But something like Brandon Sanderson's books, you know, Mistborn, Stormlight Archive, which are fantastic. I have no stamina. Yep. Yep, that's good. This is good. Fuck these guys. I wonder why they're blue. Why did they make them blue? Shit. Brandon Sanderson's audiobooks are really good, and he has a very, like, Sanderson has a very direct writing style. He doesn't, you know, he's not getting into any like crazy complex sentences that you just get lost in, or anything like that. You know, it's very straightforward. What does that sound? It's very straightforward writing. He gets the point across, and he has a lot of personality in his characters, and so it's easy to listen to the audiobook. I want to read 3 Body Problems before the Netflix version comes out, but it's already coming out, and I've been trying to read it for years. It's crazy that they can make a show faster than people can, like, read the book. You know what I mean? Like, it's true. Like, there have been instances of that with me as well, and somehow they always seem to finish the, like, Dune. Dune's another example for that. I've always been intimidated to read Dune. Shit. I've always wanted to read Dune. I've always heard it's extremely. My name is Dune. It is. that. Yes, I should read Dune. You should, and I should too. I've heard from pretty much everyone that's read the book that it is incredible, and it is worth it. And that you should read, I think the first 3 for sure. There's stuff out there, and I'm almost certain that just looks like a trap to me. This seems like a trap. But yeah, they keep making these shows faster than I can keep up, and then I don't have time to watch the show or the movie either. Sorry. Still kind of like waking up today. Brandon Sanderson's are really good audiobooks for, like some books are just better suited for it. Harry Potter is another good example as an audiobook that's I think the best version of Harry Potter is the audiobook. The Stephen Fry one. I think that is the superior way. I'm playing an archer, and it's painful to watch you walk past all the deer. Don't you need their bones? Is that why those deer exist? Harry Potter and read by Stephen Fry, right? Right, Duneboggle the bone collector. Indeed, what are you doing, Duneboggle? What are you doing? Why are you using a bow? Why are you wasting your time like that? That seems crazy. Does it even work? Like, are you able to fight stuff? And I've been wondering why these guys even exist. They're really cool and they kind of add to the atmosphere, but like, why do they exist? The bow's okay, but I keep running out of arrows. Yeah, that doesn't seem like fun. At least for me, like in shooters or games like Cyberpunk, I use knives and melee weapons in Cyberpunk and Skyrim, stuff like that, because I hate running out of ammo. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to worry about finding ammo. I don't like doing it. There's way too many of these things over here. Yep. Okay. He came out of nowhere. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is looking suspicious. My partner is doing a dagger-only run. Looks like a hibachi chef. Ooh, shit. Running up and slashing everybody. See, that's fun. That sounds like fun. In Cyberpunk, it is incredibly satisfying to just like throw knives at people, which sounds really bad. That's a really bad statement. But it is enormously fun. I don't carry any other weapon other than knives. I think you can have 3 weapons. I have 3 knives. I rotate through them, and I throw them at people's faces, and they just die. And it's pretty awesome. Shit. This is another like endurance enemy. This is another patience enemy, and I don't have patience. I forgot how much I like the whip in this game. I was looking at that. I kind of doing a mixed build of all things I want to play with: crafting, arrows, poison, whip. Wow, that is a crazy combo. that seems like you have to stat perfectly to make it work. Is that tricky to get like up and running? Like big sword, you get strength and you hit things, and that's how I like it. Fuck this thing, man. Fuck this thing. Is there a secret in here? Is there a secret wall behind this guy? Like, do I need to mess around with him too much? I have no patience. I have no patience for this. So I'm gonna wait until he's done with that, and then maybe hit a wall behind him, and move on. Nope. Here we go. My stats are pretty even across the board because I think throwing pots improve from strength and dex. At least that's what I took from the wiki. I assume the wiki's probably got that right. But yeah, the whip looked really cool. I was trying it out when I picked it up, and it was really fast, and it sounded really good. The whip sound was extremely satisfying. But I think you'd have to be pretty good at the game to use that. Like, that's not gonna beat enemies down quickly. You're gonna have to probably commit to longer fights, is my guess, which means more dodging and better just overall skill at the game, because that's, a lot of my fights are already down to the wire. So, we have 6 flasks. I don't know if it's a good time to fight this guy, but we'll keep exploring. Keep looking for like another miracle. Is that what they're called? I think they're called miracle. Yeah, I saw like 3 new moves in the ancestral spirit fight because the fight was so like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to find out that there's like a 3rd phase to one of the bosses that keeps whipping me. I don't need to find that out. I can oh god, I thought he was a ghost. I thought he was like a player. Oops. Apparently the big deer can roll like Godskin Noble. Nope. Not gonna wait around and see. I prefer like the just smack him before he can get his monologue on. and be done with it. Hit big, hit hard, fast and early. No point in holding back. Great horned headband. That's cool. That's cool. It picks up the attacks of the surrounding animal spirits, so it's rolling like the sheep. That is cool. That is cool. That is... They put so much thought into all these little tiny details that it does make it worth... Shit. Yep. Ah, shoot. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. But yeah, that's what makes the Bloodborne, or pretty much all lore in these games, so much fun to look into. The game definitely rewards you for just walking around and looking at things. Like, I'm sure that there is some reason why these figures are glowing blue, that, you know, VaatiVidya has maybe explained or something. I'm probably not gonna figure it out, so, you know, it's nice when people point out those kinds of things. And there's just a million of them. Sweet. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know about y'all, but I just don't like looking... I want to look awesome in these games. I want to look pretty cool, and I want to go and I want to carry like a cool big sword, and I don't want to wear like a larva hat. Yeah, it's pretty funny, but it's not my style. I don't want to do that. But yeah, the Harry Potter... I keep jumping around topics, but the Harry Potter audiobooks are incredible. Like, J.K. Rowling is another person who doesn't have an overly complicated writing style. It's very descriptive and to the point, and her characters have a lot of character. They have a lot of personality. So an audiobook with someone voicing them and adding like inflections and you know, just voice to it adds, I think, a lot. I think it adds a lot, where maybe a book that is focused more on having complicated and intricate prose and just writing, it would not work as well. Ash of War, Square Off. Because some things just read better than saying them out loud. At least I think so. But I also recently discovered, like, I don't know if you guys knew this, but audio dramas are still a thing. People still make those. That blew my mind. That literally blew my mind that people still make audio dramas. They're like the old 50s things with the radio, and you turn it on and it's like a television show, except it's just voices, and there's music and sound effects and different actors for each character. It's just a show in audio form, and they are incredible. And I think that maybe those are becoming more popular, and I believe books are kind of back up on the rise, at least somewhat. I think people are buying more books than they used to. I could be wrong about that. My friend's a writer, and that's what he was saying, so I'm just kind of parroting that info. What's this? There's a guy named Phil Dragish who has a free version of the Lord of the Rings audiobook that is far better than the original. He does voices and has background noises and music and stuff, and it's free on his website. Big recommend. I might have to check that out, because I just got to the Council of Elrond. So I finished like book 1 of book 1. You know what I mean? Like maybe it's part 1, but I believe sorry. I believe he does call them books, or they're labeled as books. So I'm still pretty early in a position to switch over, and I've read these books so many times that hearing that kind of version would be pretty cool. I wonder how. Yeah, I am going to check that out, actually, because I want to know what kind of music he picks. Like, how do you pick music for that other than music that was in the movie? Ran past a flame. I ran past a flame. Oh yeah. Okay, sweet. Thank you. I I am chatting. I am chatting. I do play this a little bit on autopilot. I try to pay attention as much as I can. Whoops. But yeah, I wonder what kind of music he does, and how that just sounds in general. Because one, that's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. And yeah, I just don't know how you would. Shit. I hope it's EDM. I really hope it's not. I'm sorry if you like EDM. You know what? I've lightened up. I've lightened up on EDM. I feel like I get it a little bit more. I had one day recently where I was just really hyped up, and I was working and I listened to. These rats are gonna kill me. Anxiety music. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's what it was. Like I was just in a hyperactive mode. My brain was racing, and the beats and repetitiveness of the music was helped me focus. It helped me zone in a little bit. I wasted so many flasks on these stupid rats. He just keeps going. He doesn't stop. We won't give him a chance to go again. Lord of the Rings, but lo-fi. Interesting. Yeah, I'm happy because I read the books a lot in college and high school. And I actually, oh my god, I don't know why it's why this kept happening. It's because I was a stupid kid, but I kept reading books out. Why are there so many rats? Why are there so many rats? Do they spawn? What's going on? But I was like in second grade, third grade, somewhere around there where the Scholastic Book Fair was a thing, which is another cool event that I loved and miss. They might still actually do that. I'm going to die to the fucking rat. I read them in middle school. Lord of the Rings was very important to me, and same. Yeah, same. Yeah, fuck you rats. I wasted. Okay, we got some back at least. I wasted so many flasks there. Your swing sucks against it. Really, like, it's better than the weapon that I had at the very beginning. I can't remember, the Zweihander, I think is how you say that word. Zweihander. That one is ass. that one is actually ass. Like, at least this, I should have been doing this move. I should have been swinging down on them instead. That would have been smarter. Zwei means two in a different language. German? I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's just, yeah. Okay. I was going to suggest you use the overhead smash, but I didn't want to backseat. Yeah, I probably wouldn't have seen it in time. I just forget. I just forget all of the tools that I have. I forget all the tools that I have. This is why, like, I don't think I could use. Whoop, yep. Yeah. All right. So we gotta fight all those rats again. So that's great. That's really cool. I do like this game. I don't. We'll use it. Yeah. We fucking who. I will use the overhead swing this time. But that's why I don't think I'd be good at using. God damn it. Okay. That's why I don't think I'd be good at using like poison and pots and like all this other stuff. that is probably extremely useful and worth it. I just wouldn't remember it in the moment. I already have a hard time, like, as it is with the bare minimum, right? I can barely get by with the bare minimum. What was I talking about? I forget. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, the Scholastic Book Fair. But you have a pouch now. I gotta remember that. I gotta remember that. It's not visible. And if I can't see it, then it ain't being remembered. Which my roommates really don't appreciate. That's not true. Like, I'm just kidding, but they don't. I'm not a bad roommate. I wanna, like, I'm not, like, you know, very dirty, but I do leave a pot in the dishwasher pretty much all the time. Pretty much because I use it every single day, because I only have, like, one bowl. The fucking rat. We did use the swing endo. I put my potions in my pouch because I wanted throwing pots on X, but it sucks because I can't always see how many health pots I have left. Yeah, that is risky. I prefer streamlining it all and having only necessary information on the screen. Same with, like, Final Fantasy Online. I talked about it a little bit before, but that UI is terrible, at least when you open up the game for the first time, and I removed pretty much everything except for the essentials, which I made extremely big. Not extremely, but you know, there ain't no way that I'm missing an attack in Final Fantasy where that I can interrupt. You know, it's like a big flashing thing that, like, do this now. It's cool if they can, if they let you customize the UI. I agree. I can't handle games where you have to weapon switch all the time. Yeah, it's too complicated. That's not fair. Like, if you can get by in the game without having to do that, like this one, like this is a good example where you can make this game pretty much as complicated or as difficult as you would like. So having those things there is great if you want to use them. I don't, but it is cool to see people who can figure that stuff out. Everyone plays this game with HUD off, but I have it always on. They play with HUD off? That seems kind of crazy. Are they able to, like, see you have HUD off? I have HUD off? I have HUD off? Oh, that's kind of funny. I see. Like, it turns off when you're not fighting. I see. I love when I can play RPGs with my partner because then I can big sword smash and he'll keep me alive. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I definitely feel that one. I play a lot of Final Fantasy. I gotta stop saying that. But I usually play with my friends, and I'm a healer, and he's a tank. So he goes in and, you know, gets all the guys distracted, and then I sit back and I chill and I make sure that he doesn't die. And it's a good time. Playing games with people is way more fun. And then, oh yeah, like, I'm not a very competitive gamer. You know, I don't care about, like, I don't care about PvP at all. Like, I'm not gonna, unless people, like, really want me to try it out, I don't plan on exploring PvP and never have in these kinds of games. From what I understand, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You just have to, it's like one of those things where you have to practice every day to not get absolutely wrecked. And I just want to practice a game over and over and over again. I like exploring. I like seeing new things. That's where I get my fun from games. So I just don't want to deal with that. Lord where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so Helldivers 2 though is perfect. Like the last time I played a shooter was Cyberpunk, and I used knives, so I didn't even like play it as a shooter. Elden Ring is a great game for exploring and seeing new things. It is the it is the perfect game for seeing new things. It is probably the best example that I can think of, and I don't say that lightly, for going into a game to see new things. This place in and of itself is insane, and it's barely like a fraction of the variety and what there is to do. That does only go so far though, right? I don't think I could play this game if it was solely exploration based again. Outer Wilds, the Outer Wilds is a good example of that. The space game, the puzzle space game, where you have with the loop. I know that I might be confusing that with another game. Can we do this? Nope. Nope. You cannot. I do want this too. But like that game really only works once. You can only have one playthrough of the Outer Wilds, and it is maybe one of the best experiences that you'll ever have exploring. But you can really only have that experience once, and I think that Breath of the Wild is the same. I don't think that the Breath of the Wild has enough other factors to it, other mechanics to it, to make it worth going through again. I pretty much played that game solely for where are we at class wise? Maybe I should have HUD turn on. Triangle brings that up. We have 8, so we're doing okay. Breath of the Wild for me was solely about exploration, and again, that was one of my favorite games. Just one of my favorite games. So many things that I will remember for forever, like seeing a dragon for the first time, realizing how big the world was again, like leaving the plateau for the first time. It's incredible, and I can't bring myself to play that game ever again. And that came out in 2017. Like every time the thought comes into my head, like, oh, it might be cool to play that again, and I boot it up and I think about the fact that this is going to take 150 hours and that I have to like do all these things again, and there's a marker on my screen. I just give up. I give up almost instantly. And so it does limit a game in some sense. But you don't need to play like every game more than once. I think that it's playable once is absolutely fine. It's more than fine. I don't want that game changed. It, however, does mean that I did not care for Tears of the Kingdom like at all. I don't have any strong feelings about it other than that if someone has never played Breath of the Wild before, they should just play Tears of the Kingdom. And they should just start out with that game and explore from there, because again, like I opened it up and it was the same map, and sure there were some new things, but it really was like it's the same map and I'm gonna have to go to all these same places again, and I kind of have a general idea of what all the areas look like. The dark area was dark. I spent pretty much all of my time down there when I played the game. I literally, as soon as I could, I went down in there and only explored that area. And that was kind of fun, but it did not hold my attention long enough to want to play it for 100 more hours. I'm honestly a little shocked that they did the same map. Tears of the Kingdom is a weird one for me because I still haven't played it, but I watched a ton of people play it and I still couldn't tell you, as just a viewer, where anything is in that game. Yeah, it's hard to remember the specifics, and I could be like completely wrong here since I haven't played through the whole game either. But you know, at the very least, I believe that I know that in the west there's the desert. You know, in the south it's kind of like the mountain areas. In the north it's the volcano area. Are we stuck? Um, in the like the east, it's like kind of the water area. I know where those areas are. I know what's there. I don't have a lot of incentive to go back there and see. You know, there's nothing they didn't. I do want to like go back and give it a true shot just to see, but there's so many other games that I haven't played that Tears of the Kingdom is honestly pretty low on my list. Uh, yeah, I think I would get a lot more out of playing other games. I do want to one day though. Like I don't want to, down, you know. I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna play it. I've had it since day. Yeah, same. I bought it day one. I've had it since day one, but the underground is so freaking scary to me, and you got to go down. That's why I went down there immediately. That's why that was the most exciting thing to me, was going down there, and I did explore pretty much all of it, all that I could, right away. And it is freaky, and I really like just like being lost and stumbling onto stuff. The biggest issue with the underground area is that there isn't a lot of variety. It's kind of just dark, and the hills go up and down, and there's some cool stuff, but it's never like you stumble into something like this or anything that looks wildly different than what you saw before. Let them get chased while yeah. I do. I think I'd have more fun watching a playthrough. I think I would absolutely have way more fun with Tears of the Kingdom if I was watching a playthrough of it. I can't. Yeah, I should. I should do that. I'm not gonna play that game. I would love to watch someone else play it for the first time. I can't be bothered to go through it. That's not fair. Like the game, they put a lot of work into it, but I just can't take the time for that with so many other things. And watching someone else do that for the first time would be enough for me. I think I would get a lot out of that experience, and seeing them see that stuff for the first time would be really cool. So hopefully we'll see some new stuff in this game. Hopefully we'll see some new stuff in this game as soon as possible, if I can get out of killing rats over and over and over again. But maybe it's time to fight a boss. Shit. We want that. I want that. First playthroughs are great. People almost always get emotional. Fun times. It is fun times. And yeah, it is really cool to see that kind of honest reaction, and that's why I really like Twitch, and just playthroughs in general. Outer Wilds is another one. Like if you haven't seen a playthrough of that game and you have no interest in playing that game, you should check out a playthrough of that. Ooh, yep. That's not what we wanted. It is one of the more like, I mean, that game just does exploration the best, and it is quite sentimental. It has a lot of beauty to it. It has a lot of music to it. And everyone that goes through there, it's like I think it's like watching someone play Undertale for the first time. And which is like one of the more most popular playthroughs, I think, that people like to go and to watch, is Undertale. I think it's on par with that game. If you like space and you like exploration, and I think it's on par, and it has so many opportunities for like random moments of player initiative, like in this game. You know, like me just frequently falling off cliffs. It's always a good time. But yeah, at least for like, I'm jumping back because it's still in my mind. Lord of the Rings, though.
I was really worried that I wasn't going to like it again. I was worried that, you know, it's been a few years since I've read it, um, and I was really worried that I thought it was going to be too slow, especially, you know, reading more modern, like what that came out so long ago. Uh, and I've heard more criticisms of it lately, just of the pacing of it. Um, there's a lot of walking and talking, etc. I don't mind at all. I don't mind at all. I think it's extremely interesting. Uh, the world feels actually alive, which is a very difficult thing to do. Have I been running past these? Hopefully I haven't missed one of those. How do I get up to that boss? Do I have to go through the that portal thing? Maybe I do. Shit. Well, where was that portal? I think that was like in the middle. We have a lot of souls again though. Okay. Runes. Yeah, I'm loving it. I am adoring it again. I'm having no problem like going through it and reading it. I think it just gives me so much joy. I we are very close. That is probably worth, unfortunately. That is unfortunately worth killing some creatures to level up before we go die over and over again. Like those things. What's this say? Grace ahead. Sweet. And we missed this. So that's good. That's good we came this way. Yeah, I don't think anything could kill my love of Tolkien. I don't either. And it's honestly like, it's kind of strange that it's so... I don't normally talk. You know, this is not how I live in my normal life. You know, I work from home, and I live like kind of alone, and I pretty much don't talk to people on a daily basis. So like that's kind of why I wanted to do Twitch. So I'm extremely grateful that y'all are here and chatting, because this is exactly why I'm here. That's why I'm doing this. I want to hang out. I want to talk about Tolkien and games, and hear your guys' opinions on stuff as well. But yeah, my voice is still trying to catch up though. It is getting way overworked than what it normally than what I would normally be doing. And yeah, my jaw was like sore, which is ridiculous. So yeah. Oh my god, fucking hell. But yeah, I'm grateful you guys. But yeah, Tolkien, like it was oddly refreshing though, to go into a story that was so, I don't want to say laid back, but like good natured. We currently like are in a world where, or a period of time where, you know, studios want to take... I had the issue last night because my partner is traveling for work, and being on the phone I talked more than if he was here just in person, scratchy voice after 2 hours. Isn't that crazy how that works? That you end up talking more when they're away than when they're here. I've noticed stuff like that as well. I think sometimes distance is good. Kind of puts things into perspective, and you miss that person more. I think that's a good thing for a little bit. So, but yeah, everyone is just so good natured. Not everyone, but the Lord of the Rings puts an emphasis on the good-natured people. Starting out with, why is it always gorgeous view? Indeed. Where are we at? I think we still need a few more runes before we hop in there. There are bad actors, like evil characters, people looking out for their own self-interest. And the game does a good job, or the book does a good job of making you love Frodo. pretty early on, he's an extremely likable character, and because you want him to succeed, these people that you're doubtful of all the people that he meets. And when they come through as being just good for the sake of being good, because I do think most people are like that. I think most people intend well and don't want to do harm to anybody else, for the most part. You know, I live in New York, so there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people here with a lot of different motivations. But I think for the most part, people intend well, and that really shines in that book. Like Farmer Maggot in the book, he's wonderful. He, you know, Frodo has all these memories of Farmer Maggot being like this scary figure, and you're not sure what to think about him, and you know, he's being hunted, and people are asking questions, and Farmer Maggot is just like he like tells the Dark Rider or whatever, fuck you, fuck you, like I ain't telling you nothing, you aren't welcome here. And he helps Frodo unconditionally. He helps him unconditionally without asking for anything in return. That's really cool. I think that's really cool. I think that's better than cool. I think that's really important to show. And it was refreshing, especially after, like, oh my god. I took my hand off the controller for a second. That was stupid. I think it's really refreshing after Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, I like Game of Thrones. I read all of the books before the show, and I was like, I'm not watching the show until he finishes the books. Yeah, about that. That didn't go so well. That didn't go so well for me. So I did watch the show, but we live in a time where like studios want Avatar: The Last Airbender to be Game of Thrones. Or they'll inject that kind of thing. He's remembering him as an authority figure from his youth, something a metaphor for Frodo's rapid need to grow up. I hadn't thought about it like that. But yeah, he does need to pretty much change instantly, and he rises to the occasion very, very, very successfully. Like, there's never a moment where Frodo is like, I'm not doing this. He bears the weight very well and very maturely, and I think that's inspiring. He's also a bit older as well, from young for a hobbit maybe. He just shot out in the middle of nowhere. That's pretty cool. But also like the innkeeper and Tom Bombadil. Just good-natured folk, and Frodo, and it takes. It's gonna take the effort of many, many people being good for Frodo to destroy the ring. It's not, the responsibility just isn't on him, you know. Like it takes all of these people making the right choice or the quote-unquote good choice, however you want to phrase that, for him to succeed. And in Game of Thrones, everyone is making, maybe Game of Thrones is more realistic. I don't know. Shit, it's all the way over there. I'd prefer not to think so. He wouldn't have made it without all of them for sure. Yeah. There's no way. Sorry, I don't think he could at all. Like, sorry, the pretty much every step of the way he's running into someone that's helping him or guiding him. At least in that first book, he runs into the elves, he runs into Tom Bombadil, Merry and Pippin, who are more abstract figures at the beginning, help him. He has a friend who stays at his house and is a decoy for him. That's crazy. Can you imagine that? You know, maybe he didn't know really what the danger was there, but but I think that's really good. And I, as much as I do love Game of Thrones, it's been really refreshing to go back and go through this again. We're just gonna run right in. Dragonkin Soldier. That is so cool. That is so cool. We're gonna die. We're gonna die. We did really good damage though. We are shit. So I'm not. We've been talking so much that I really don't. I'm not in like a game mode. You know, I'm not in a fighting state of mind. So I'm gonna have to focus for a second. Shit. Wow, that was one hit. that was one. If we're getting one shot, then maybe it's not the time for this. That wasn't one shot, but it was close enough. We'll try again. Maybe I'll take the seal off and see where we are at stat-wise. Because that hurt a lot. That was not good. What is this? Raises focus. We don't care about that. We don't care about that. Let's try this. Let's try this. These guys are one of the freakier enemies designs to me. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of. I think I'm going to say this word wrong, like I say most words wrong, but Evangelion? I think that's how you say that, the anime show. I love that show, first of all, but this thing reminds me of... Yeah, look at that. Holy shit. Its face reminds me of the... I wonder if that's inspired by it, because it really does look just like it. It reminds me of when the mechs are like screaming. Why? Uh-oh. Maybe taking off the scar seal was a bad idea. Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can't use this weapon without the seal. So, yeah, we'll die. We'll die. Shit. But these kind of, I think, talked a little bit about this a couple days ago, but I think a lot of horror and, sorry, other games like that, or not, just horror in general, like stereotypical horror is okay resting on its laurels or stereotypes. Shit. It is okay being content with just like scary nuns and zombies and dolls over and over and over again, and those are classic and fun. But Dark Souls is like way more interesting in terms of horror to me. They like body horror, creature horror. It's so much more creative. What are we missing? Why can't we... what do we need for the sword? We need 40 strength, dexterity 14. We're missing 2 in dexterity, so... we're stuck with it. But yeah, things in this game frighten me more than, like... than other kinds of horror games, or things like that. The Conjuring, though, was pretty great. My favorite is that moment in a zombie movie where you realize, oh, it's a zombie movie. And they all have that moment. I'm just tired of it. They are good. They're a classic for a reason. I like them. They have lasting power. But they're... do something else, and don't just reskin them. Don't just reskin a zombie and pretend like it's something else, you know. I like The Last of Us story a lot. I don't like playing those games. I like watching them. They're just zombies though. It's just another zombie story. And thankfully that's not like the heart of the story or what's really interesting about it, but those are just zombies. And games like this, and I've never played Silent Hill, but I've seen images. That looks freaky. That looks crazy. you know, I don't want to play Silent Hill because of how crazy some of those designs look. I don't handle stuff like that well. I would freak out. I saw Godric's model without his clothes on. It's wild how his entire body and limbs are made out of arms and legs woven and fusing together. He's not just got arms and legs stuck onto his arms. Yeah, how did they come up with this? I have no idea. I have no idea. I have no idea how they came up with this. The designs are, they crack me up. Like even the ones that aren't scary. Uh-oh. Come on. I'm trying to figure out, that's a long swing. Even the designs that aren't scary. Yeah, that was one shot. I'm gonna try again and see if I can figure out how to dodge that, but yeah, if we're getting one shot, then it's not the time. Oh shit, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the birds that kept fucking me up. They kept fucking me up in Stormvale. They just have like they took swords and they attached them to their legs. They took swords and they attached them to the bird's legs, and that's their designs, and it's awesome. It's so cool. But who came up with that? Who came up with that? And the design is so fun and janky and realistic. Like it really feels like they're just like they just capture these birds and then chain swords to them. Yeah. Okay. We're done. I'm not. Yeah. Yep. This guy is yeah. How I remember him being. Is there anything else that we can do here? Anywhere else that we can transport to? I know that there are. I think it's only the birds in Stormvale that have knife feet because Godric is a freak. Yeah, they lean into a theme and they like a visual theme, and then they go and explore that in the most creative, fun ways. Godric is all about like augmenting and grafting yourself and you know, changing what was natural about you, and he did in that extended to pretty much everything around him. His whole environment like changed to him. Because there's that mini boss as well, like the lion that they just attached a scythe to, that has similar move set in some ways to Godric. Let's explore this area. Let's go through here, and I think there's a guy over here as well, because we went through this castle and there kind of wasn't anything there. I think it's something to do later. Maybe something happens there later. I can't really remember, but we'll start out here first. Check out these Mistwood ruins. But yeah, they have a theme, and then they explore it in the weirdest, most creative ways. And that is way more interesting to me and scares my soul way more than like a nun is ever going to. You know, I find things like I think one of the scariest movies, there's definitely more to grafting than just whatever he has going on, because there are statues along the main highways in Altus that have grafting imagery. Interesting. We'll have to look at those. We'll look at those when we're up there. We'll take a look, and I want to see what you're talking about, because all of those designs already looked really cool. To the right. I think the scariest movie to me are the ones that, like, it's better to just use an example. Rosemary's Baby is one of the scariest movies that I've ever seen. I think that movie is absolutely like terrifying. It sits with you. It stays. It is one of my favorite movies. It's definitely like I heard something. Shit. It sticks with you in your brain. You continue to think about it, and the idea of it gets scarier the more and more that you think about it. Like imagine exactly. You are stuck in this place and everyone is telling you different things and you're trying to trust yourself. Um, and there's something nefarious going on and you can just feel it and you're paranoid. And that feels way more real and concerning than you know, The Conjuring, which I love. I think The Conjuring is an incredible movie. It's like more like an action movie. It's very I know there's something scary around here. I know there's something scary. I hope it isn't a bear again because I. Yep. Yeah. Yep. 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 We fought one of these before. Okay. Need to get into a more open area. Yep. Right. Okay. We'll head back there. I'll be more prepared next time. We did fight these. Hereditary was like that, slow and nefarious. That one is one that keeps getting recommended to me over and over and over again, and I need to take the time to check it out. With some big shocks along the way. I know absolutely nothing about that movie. I know nothing about it other than that I should see it. I have seen Midsummer. I think it's called Midsummer. I think that was like his next movie. It's hard to recommend because it's triggering. Yeah, that's a good point. It's always good to recommend those things. I should be okay. I should be okay. If you can handle Midsummer, you can probably, yeah. I think I'll be. I've seen some pretty wild stuff. I studied film and have spent. I used to watch like a movie a day, so I've seen there's a lot of weird movies out there, man. I don't go out of my way to watch them. I try to stick to recommendations like this, but some of them get pretty intense or handle very difficult topics, like Elephant. That one's a really rough one. I definitely don't recommend watching that if it's like it's a school shooting and it's really hard to watch. And I think it's really important to watch it if you can. It's one of those movies where you really want to pay attention. Everything went right over my head. Yeah, most things you probably need to watch twice to have a true perspective on. A real opinion. That's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair at all. We're gonna pay attention here for a second. Because the first experience is what most people are going to get out of something, so just reviewing something based off of that is important. If you want to critique it, analyze it, or anything like that, then yeah, you probably need to watch it a few times so that you have like everything in context. A lot of the times, and this is why like people look up spoilers and stuff, is because not knowing what's going to happen is extremely stressful. Fuck that. That's crazy. You didn't do that last time. You didn't do that last time. That's pretty cool. He hit me with his voice and his face. Shit. Oh, shit. It just depends on what kind of... You know, most people aren't trying to critique or review stuff, so it doesn't really matter. But if you want to like analyze something, then you need to watch it more than once for sure to get the most out of it. Because I just get so stressed on my first watch. Fuck me. I get really into it. Shit. We're so close. I just want to make sure that we don't die again. Okay. Me googling Spider-Man spoilers as soon as the movie hits theaters. Some people just do that, and that's totally fine. Like my stepmom does that as well. She reads the entire wiki before she gets into a story. She reads the wiki for Final Fantasy Online, you know, like, which I think would make most people upset. You know, I'm kind of one of those, like, I love the MSQ for Final Fantasy, and everyone's really passionate about it. So if you just skip all that stuff, people do get a little upset. But yeah, she reads the wiki for everything, for movies, for TV shows, wants to know what's going to happen so that she can relax. And I definitely get that. But that's also why like first impressions of a movie are interesting and good to talk about. You don't need to watch, you don't need to watch something multiple times to speak about it or anything. Can't remember where I was going with this. Hereditary. Yeah, I am with you. I prefer zero information, even genre. Yeah, I agree. That's how I go into everything as much as I reasonably can. I just don't want to know. I like being thrown into something and having to acclimate to it without any like preconceived notions. You know, my favorite was watching I Am Legend because I didn't know anything about it other than it's a Will Smith movie. The only thing recently I've been trying to avoid spoilers on is Baldur's Gate 3. You're making the correct decision there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Do you guys know what I need to do here? How do I make him come down? Do I just need to find like where I can interact with triangle? He's around here. Blade is around here somewhere. Do I have to go up and talk to him? How do I make him jump down? Item ahead. Yes. Thank you. How do I make him jump down? Talk to Kale, I think. For Blade? Is Kale... This guy we have to talk to, he can give you a clue. Okay, we'll talk to him. The bear is not going to come back, I hope. Let's see what he has to say here. I love this guy. I love Kale.
Well, you're back.
Nope. About the howling, and thank you. Thank you.
The howl of a wolf. In the mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. I know. Why not meet him for yourself? Next time you hear the wolf's howl, make this signal right under the source. Oh, don't fret. There is nothing to fear. I just have an inkling the two of you might hit it off.
I agree. Sweet.
Goodbye for now.
Sweet. How do we use that, though? How do we use that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. That's gonna be fun. There must be a way to just hit a button. Maybe in controls? Triangle to set them, I think. I really don't want to have to do motion control, is the thing. We'll practice it really quick. I don't know if that's working. I don't yeah, I don't know if that's working. That's how I don't know about that. Is there another way to use this thing? I thought there was. Can you not just highlight and click them? Yep. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. You will, yeah. Hold triangle and motion controls is the awful default. Oh, you have to hold triangle. Okay, I turn those off. Yeah, I'm learning so much. Everybody randomly gesturing in the middle of combat and not knowing why. Me. I haven't been doing it, thankfully, too much or at all. But yeah, that's crazy. That motion controls are just on. That seems ridiculous. I don't think anyone has ever liked motion controls. except when it was the Wii. I didn't even know that was, yeah. I don't know pretty much anything other than hit things. So that's about the extent of my knowledge. Thank you for helping me with that though. Hereditary though, I do just jump back to that. I do really want to watch. Oh my god, the bear's back. Okay. Can we avoid him? Did he get up? I hear music. Familiar with hit the things, but not familiar with dodge the things. Why do you gotta dodge it? why I hit them hard enough and they stagger. No point in dodging. There we go. Wow. Wow, he's tall and cool.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he? Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange. The name's Blythe. I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell. He fled somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard. Come tell me if you find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward.
Is he gonna repeat that? Because Darrowell. Okay. I didn't pay attention for a second, and that was the 1 second that I needed to pay attention. Darrowell. So we need to find
Darrowell is nothing but a and in need of a fitting.
we need to find Darrowell, and we need to end him. Okay. Familiar with the hit things, but not familiar. I collected crafting materials for 360 arrows while I was quiet. Dude, holy shit. Bullets for days. Holy moly. Maybe bullets for days. I hope it's for days. I hope for your sake that it is for days and not a day. Because grinding that out does not. I don't. That seems crazy. Those arrows will probably. Oh my god. Oh my god. Those arrows will probably last me minutes. Hell no. Hell no. Like, where am I going? What is happening? This is a. Okay, so we're kind of exploring the perimeter right now. I don't know how much is really in here. It is kind of cool to walk around and look at, though. But, like, I need something to slow my progress because I know the game well enough. Gotcha. I mean, if you played this multiple times before, it must be fun to try out new things. And it must be a lot easier to remember all of the stuff that you have. Even though you've never beat it. Well, we're gonna see the end though. I'm getting there. I'm finishing this freaking game. I've seen the end. Where I really want to beat this. I just feel so bad. I can tell you where his deathfall is. I don't want to backseat though. I don't care about backseating. I appreciate that, and you know, I know why other people don't really enjoy that, but I don't really care. Especially since I've played this game before. You know, I've gotten decently far, and I have killed Darrowell before. Like, I've completed Rainy's quest. He's in an Evergal somewhere. Gotcha. We'll keep an eye out for those. Hopefully, it's definitely not this Crucible Knight. He fucked me up for like an hour. And I moved on. Cool. We'll keep an eye out for him though. Let's keep looking through that big tree. I should definitely go to that big tree and not go through this big bear. It's pretty funny how this game, you know, introduces some enemies as bosses early on, and then out here they're just there, and there's 2 of them. Holy fuck. Okay. Of course there are. And yeah, yep. Yep, and there's another one. There's another one. That's great. We're not gonna deal with that. I kind of want those items though. Shit. Shit. Yep. All right. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I'm gonna try and see if I can stagger him. Oh shit. Okay, that didn't work. Damn it. Yep, there's the dodging. So. Yep. Good job. Good job. Not have to wait to heal though. And we're good. It's fine. Alright, we have a little more space here, which is good. Oh, fuck me. Okay. I looked away. Get some distance. Oh, not good. Shit! Okay. Alrighty. Patches will teleport you in the middle of these bears if you dare steal from him. I will dare. Fuck Patches. I did it last time, I'd do it again. Alright, where's our stuff? It's this way. But yeah, the guy who directed Hereditary, who directed... That was a weird sound. And he directed Midsummer. It was the same guy. I didn't like Midsummer at all. I believe that Hereditary is different enough. Patches is just trying to survive, and he is making this world cruel. He is a bad actor and a shithead who has never done anything for me ever. So you fuck him. I love that he just keeps appearing in this game. It's such a good meme. But yeah, he has always never helped me. So yeah, he's hilarious. I always love interacting with him because I just know something bad is going to happen. I know that I'm making a bad mistake by talking to this shithead, and he, goddamn it. We'll take a step back and heal. There we go. There we go. Ouch. That's not good. It's okay. That's okay, actually. Go down. There we go. Hell yeah. We got him. And this was just a guy. So. We got the item, though. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, I love talking to Patches. Like, I know that it's probably going to end up with me dying or getting screwed over, and I do it every time, and I hope he's in the next game so that I can hit him again. I didn't like Midsummer though. I'm glad. I've said this before, but like, you know, most things I'm glad that they're made. I'm glad that they exist. I'm glad I watched it, but I didn't like it. It wasn't a waste of time, but I have a really hard time with stories that are more of a what's the right word? I can't remember. I don't want to say, it's not parable. It's like the cave story, whatever the allegorical stories that are more allegorical. I don't like, because they end up being more about ideas than people and emotion, and that means they tend to lack emotion for me. At a certain point in that movie, we're just dealing with images that I don't care about, that are cool looking and that have, you know, very specific meanings, but I am not emotionally invested or interested. And that's a big issue for me. Like, that's the most important thing to me, is connecting to the characters. And there's room for a lot of different kinds of movies. So again, like, I'm glad it exists, and I know it was a pretty popular movie. But again, I prefer something like Rosemary's Baby. We're finally coming back around to that. I prefer something like Rosemary's Baby that is very, very relatable and very, very human. you can empathize with her to the extreme. And one of the most terrifying things about that movie is just like how far a mother's love goes, or can go. You know, I know there are a lot of situations out there, but at the end of the day, she loved that child, even if it was the devil, and that is kind of beautiful and terrifying. You know, you don't get to choose. So I really like that movie, and but everyone that I know that knows me, and knows that I don't like Midsummer, says that Hereditary would be more my speed. So I'm very excited. That's actually one of the movies that's at the top of my list to watch. That is at the top of my list to check out, among like a million other things like Dune Part 2, which I haven't. It's just sold out. It's sold out. I can't get tickets. I don't know what to do. I'm in trouble. I hate these crabs. I hate them. I hate the crabs. Shit. But I want the stuff. That wasn't worth it. That wasn't worth it. Yeah, that movie's towards the top of my list. I really want to check that out, and I really would like to see the new Coen Brothers movie. I don't know anything really about it, but I've always liked them, and I recently watched Fargo, which is like their first big movie, and that cracked me up. That is like one of the most quotable movies ever. I'm not even gonna try and do the accents because it would just be horribly embarrassing, but the Minnesota characters there they cracked me up, and I'm a sucker for detective stories and mysteries, as long as they aren't a complete waste of time eventually. I think Hereditary, the characters feel more like people and less like NPCs necessary for advancing the plot, even though they are being like manipulated. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. I hear that it would be, when I describe my perspective, everyone seems to say that, and that I would have a much better time with Hereditary, which is pretty cool. I always like getting movie recommendations for stuff. Let's touch this if I can get off the horse. Left click. There we go. We'll rest, see how many souls we have. We're at 2 hours? Not too bad. Not too bad. What is this? Flask of Wondrous Physique. I think that's how you say that. You can find crystal tears at the bases of minor air trees and elsewhere throughout the lands between. At sites of grace, you can mix 2 crystal tears in the Flask of Wondrous Physics. This will allow you to create elixirs with various custom effects. Okay. Alright. Alright. Am I going to use this? I don't know. I don't know. We'll take a look. Oh, talk to Melina. Let's do that. We'll see what she has to say.
Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you?
I'm interested.
Very well.
Yeah. I thought she was Marika.
In Marika's own
She's a doll.
words,
Something right.
my lord, and thy warriors, I divest each of thee of thy grace. With thine eyes dimmed, ye will be driven from the lands between. Ye will wage war in a land afar, where ye will live and die. Well, perhaps that might serve you in lieu of a maiden's guidance.
I don't know what I'm supposed to get from that. I don't know what I'm supposed to get from that. It was cool. The dialogue is cool, but I don't know if I was supposed to infer anything there or learn anything. With the Great Rune menu, I'm finally opening this up. I've had this for a while. You can equip Great Runes that have had their powers restored. You can use a Rune Arc. I even have it restored. You can use a Rune Arc to give even greater benefits to your equipped runes. Gotcha. So yeah, we want this. Yep, that's a bummer. We definitely want this. Raises all attributes. That seems pretty good. And we'll check this out really quick as well. With this menu, you can mix 2 crystal tears in the flask of Wondrous Physique. This allows you to create physiques with various custom effects. Okay. What do we got? Restores half of total HP. It's pretty cool. Steadily restore. I don't know if there are any good recommendations here or what, but Crimson Burst Crystal Tears steadily restores HP for a time in mixed physique. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this. Temporarily boost stamina in a mixed physique. I don't really care about that either. Temporarily boost faith in a mixed physique. I don't care about that. Enhances charged attacks. Significantly negates damage. Okay. Sure. Yeah, we'll do that, and in this one. And this is something I'm guessing I have to equip. Maybe I have to equip it here. Yeah, here we go. So, yep, okay. I will never, ever remember to use this. But it's there. If I do, I'll do my best to keep that in mind. And then we'll increase the amount. Yes, please. Sweet. We are already healing for full with pretty much every flask because I haven't been upping vitality, which may have been a big mistake. Which way do we want to go? Let's see. Let me think about this. Let's go down this river. Let's explore the river and see if there's anything at the end here. What do these guys say? Behold door. What? Sending gate ahead. What? Alrighty. Okie dokie. We already found something. We're gonna touch it. Yep. We're going. Alrighty. Where are we going? Where are we going? Sweet. Very cool. Very cool. I hate that guy. I have been here before. I hate that guy. Let's open this up. Grace inside the big door. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, we're not. I remember that guy very, 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 very. Yeah, we're not messing around with him. If I couldn't fight that one boss in Siofra, ain't no way you can take the guard. No, hell no. Yeah, I spent a lot of time trying to clear him out, and it wasn't happening. But let's. Jeez Louise. See, like that is actually disturbing to me. This is cool. That is way more interesting to me than what horror games normally, or really horror in general, really offer. Same with this guy. I don't know if y'all watch Critical Role at all, but I love that show. I've seen every freaking episode pretty much, except for a couple of the more recent ones, and he reminds me of a villain from the campaign 2. Talk. Okay, I think we need to give him something at some point. Nope. Nope. What do they say? Oh, right, all right. Yeah, he is such an interesting character. Yeah, this is... Can we look at his face? Whoop, we're inside of him. That's pretty cool. He looks really cool. There's a cool weapon if you parkour down the back of this building. Let's go get it. Yeah, let's go do that. I am terrible at parkouring, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I don't play a lot of platforming games. Yeah, I'm not good at it. And it's not fun to, to restart there. Hollow Knight's pretty much the extent of my platforming gaming. I'm trying to think if there are any other exceptions. I don't really think there are. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let's look around here really quick. Make sure we're making good choices. Let's make some... Oh, shit. Okay. Not a lot of... Yep. I should just take my finger off the roll button. Not a lot of blood stains. Not a lot of people dying over... Not a lot of people... Yep. Okay. Not a lot of people dying over here. There's for sure a way down. Not sure where though. We'll look around the other side. Otherwise, this is looking pretty precarious. Yeah, I'm not... Maybe it's over here. Maybe there's a way this way. Where are we exactly, too? Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, maybe over here. Maybe this is good. Oh, yeah. Here! Yeah, alright. There we go. I never used the horse for some reason. Yep. Okay. Is the horse gonna help? It seems like we might just need to fall here and take damage. Live. Alrighty. Where are we going? Down here? Like, this is another area that I've never been before. Didn't expect armament. Oh. What is down here? Where are we? We are probably not leveled for this either, so... Oh, shit. Maybe... Oh, boy. Maybe it's around here. I'm actually a little surprised that there isn't anything there. Let's keep walking in. Uh-oh. Okay. We gotta use the horse. There we go. Is there anything dangerous down here? Where is this thing? Hopefully it wasn't back up there. That would be a bummer. What do they say? Behold, dead end. Where is this thing? Maybe I missed it. Okay. Well, I actually need to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna break for just as quickly as I can, and I'll be right back. We'll stay here. It seems safe here, so. Yep. My roommate's in the bathroom, so you know, yeah, that is what it is. That is that's the reality of a shared bathroom. So he's showering. We will try again. I'll be very distracted, but we'll try again later, and we'll keep looking around for this weapon. Probably won't use it. I don't think it's gonna be a colossal weapon. Let's go towards the middle. And yep. See what's here. see if we can see behind. I'm thankful every day we found a place with 2 paths. Yeah, right. Holy shit. I think I just heard him leave. That was that's really fun. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. If you know where it is, I'll do we have to keep going down? I don't really want to. It might be down even lower. Yeah, it's looking, we'll see. Holy shit, I've 100%, you can go down here for sure. Holy crap, they have guys down here. Okay, I think I heard him leave the bathroom though. So I'll hide back here, and then I might be right back. We shall see. Success. Successful trip. That's weird. That's weird. Alright. Down we go. Down we go. I really don't want to fight. I hope everything sounds good still. I really don't want to fight that guy on the ledge. Seems like a bad idea. But go. Oh shit. Yep. Okay. So better decisions could have been made there. I don't. My voice is still all over the place, but as far as like roommates go, I don't know what is the norm, but I've always had roommates. I moved out when I was 18. And just like I lived in a tiny room in college with whoopsie. Yep. That sucked. that was a bummer. That is not. I thought I could make that fall. It didn't seem like terribly higher than previous falls. I don't know if it's like just auto death or really how falling works, because sometimes. Like, you see all of these people just jumping off the ledge because sometimes that just works. You know, I do think that is a fault for this game, is it doesn't do a great job of communicating, like, what is, like, this doesn't look farther. This doesn't look like a farther drop. But we're fine, and sometimes you fall for, like, an incredible amount of time, and you're okay. And there was even like a place where we were at earlier, like a few days ago, in the castle with the secret crucible knight that kept messing me up. That fall you're okay with too. You're just okay, and it's really hard to tell like what is and isn't going to kill you. Yep. Okay. So what's the best way down here? And of course they're over there. I don't even think we can get back there. This is definitely a game of trial and error. They try to teach you that death is normal, but people really, they don't. And neither did I. Like, oh my god. Bloodborne was the first... Uh-oh. Wow. Yeah, we're not prepared for this place. Thankfully, he just stood there. Yeah, the first time I played a Souls game, I played Bloodborne, and I turned it off before getting past the bonfire people. And then, you know, over the years, you just hear more and more about how... I'm not really sure what the best option is here. Uh-oh. Because either way, like, these guys are a bit stronger than us. Is he coming? No. And you kind of have to... Or you definitely have to figure out how to get on the same wavelength as the game, or else you're going to have a really bad time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe... Yeah, okay. 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 I don't know why we... I don't... Okay. It worked. If it works, it works. I'm not sure why we died last time. There we go. And there are definitely, like, a lot of mechanics and boss fights that you just can't prepare for some of the stuff that they do. Like, some of it really is, fuck you. You're gonna have to try this again. And you'll know more next time. And I don't have a problem with that. You know, I don't mind trying a boss over and over and over again. And that's kind of the problem. Because I can't do that on stream. You know, I can't spend 2 hours fighting a boss. That doesn't sound like fun for me or y'all. So, where is this thing? Do we have to go lower? No way. Holy shit. I think we do. This is way, like, there's no way that I would have done this if you hadn't mentioned it. Like, I would never have known or imagined that this would be a thing. I think it might be better to not be on the horse for this. One of those things I think is good about the repeat bosses in this game is that you really get to apply your learning from... Yeah. I've watched people fight the same boss for days. Souls enjoy it. They are, though. Like, I do the same thing. I like watching... Yeah. Yep, okay. We'll try one more time, because I do want to see what's down here. But I mean, we're sticking to colossal weapons. So, yeah, yeah, damn. Yeah, I slipped there. So that sucks. One thing, though, like, about having repeat bosses... Yeah, bro, you ain't gonna even... Yeah, we're just gonna move on. I just like seeing them. I like holding them and trying out their moveset really quick, but this isn't worth it. At least not right now. We need to be able to survive maybe a bigger fall or be able to fight those kinds of enemies. Such a From Software experience to die to a boss a million times and then try it first. That's very true. That's very true. And that pretty much extends to a lot of things, I believe. I think that, you know, I play a lot of guitar. I play probably 3 hours a day, and I'll be practicing the same thing over and over and over again, and you just get fatigued and you get tired. But your body is still learning it. You're just tired. And so when you come back at it fresh the next day, suddenly it's just working. So it's just fine. I've noticed that as well. Sometimes it just takes a break. Like, I thought about trying to go back to the Crucible boss and seeing if I had a better time now. Now that I had some rest and stuff, but I still think, like, I would like a different weapon before fighting that guy. Like, the L2 for this weapon's not great. and some of the other great swords have more reach as well, and I think that would be a significant gain for me. But now that I know that guard counters are more useful on colossal weapons than I thought, that would also be... Was there anything else back there? That little spout of water is cool. I really like when games have other enemies attack each other. I love that stuff. I love seeing... Please don't drag him over here. I love that stuff so much. Like, Monster Hunter isn't... That's another game that you have to get on the same page with to be okay at. Because I tried it way, like, a couple years ago, didn't have a good time, and then sold the game. And I decided to give it another shot recently, and it's one of my favorites. You have to get on the same wavelength. You have to, you know, be willing to listen to what the game is telling you and understand that it's going to take a while to fight some of these monsters. You have... The whole shtick is that you are fighting and hunting monsters, and you have to treat that seriously. You have to commit to that idea. It's almost like role-playing a little bit. You need to prepare and give yourself every advantage that you possibly can, or you're gonna have a bad time. So I had a much more fun time playing that the second time, and of course I fell off and didn't finish it, but I can't remember why I brought that up. We'll just continue with that thought, though. Because I do think that game does a lot of things really well with its mechanics, especially like in terms of how the animations work and in the tracking. Like Dark Souls sometimes in From Software gets a bit of critique for the tracking that the enemies do, and that I think to some extent, at least in this kind of game, you need that, or players are going to wipe the floor with a lot of enemies. What were they hoping for here? Where? Is that doable? Why would you try that? But yeah, like Dark Souls, you can... The tracking is a thing. I don't mind it that much, but Monster Hunter, you're locked into an animation. You commit to an action, you commit to that direction. The enemies function the exact same way. Might be a speedrun skip there. Yeah, there must be. There's way too many bloodstains there for people to just be doing that for no reason. That seems crazy. But then again, like I love like almost every bloodstain that I see by a ledge is someone just jumping off for almost no reason, it seems like. So I really like clicking those because they make me laugh, and then I feel bad when I jump off a ledge though. So I'm sure someone's watching me jump off as well. Here we go. Here we go. That's kind of new, I think. I don't know if he normally... I think that might be a new... This guy seems a lot more aggressive than previous versions. He's still kind of fucked up. Or, yeah. Yep. Comes the sword. It's okay. He's got a cool face. Oh, shut up. Okay. Oh, shut up. I missed. This is why we need a bigger sword. This one isn't big enough. There we go. But yeah, Monster Hunter, you get locked in to an animation. So if you're paying attention to the monster and you see them doing something, you can just walk out of the way, and you don't have to worry about them following you and getting hit. But the same can be said of you too. You have to be very, very, very deliberate in that game. You can't just be swinging around for no reason, and that kind of does slow the pace down a little bit. So maybe that's a reason why they have like the tracking. Maybe that speeds up the gameplay somewhat. I feel like there's a grace over here. Let's go look around up north, and I think there's a grace. There's at least a church, and that should have something useful. And then we'll go back down that way. Now, I can only probably stream for another 30 minutes or so. I have boring responsibilities to do that have to do with me moving. So that's no fun. But I got probably another 30 minutes. And then I'll be back on again tomorrow at 9 for sure. This place, it's, yeah, invaded by Anastasia. Yeah, yep. Okay, that looks cool. Wow, I should have kept hitting there. That was a mistake. These are my favorites. These are some of my favorite fights in the game. Are against characters that have. Yep. As I die. Nope. There we go. You know, we get to track as well as a player though. Like the lock on, that's what that's for. So it's not like the boss has. This lady pops up all over the place. Really. Yep, we lost that one. See, my poise is too low. That's the thing that the video said was important. So I wanted to try to look into armor and see. Wow, that was cool though. That was really cool. I need to try and increase my poise. Is Anastasia a cannibal? Poise is so good. Yeah, I think that I'm really failing on that part. Can we run back up there without getting bothered? Let's see. Hopefully we can get back up there pretty easily because I do want to fight her again. Yeah, as long as it's not hard to build a weenie though. I just want to deal more damage. Yeah. I do prefer damage, but at a certain point I need to accept the reality that I am not good enough to only put stats into damage. I just I can't hang. 3 separate encounters with, geez Louise. This first one's already kind of rough. I'm hoping that it'll be easier. Maybe, shit. There weren't like a lot of enemies on that path. I was just hoping there'd be, like that way, that path looks a little bit convoluted. So we'll just go back this way, deal with the troll again, and maybe look the other direction for a grace, and then go back and fight her. We'll see. Where are we? I don't know if we went up high enough. Shoot. Yeah, this was not worth it. Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay, cool. Sweet. Hopefully this will let us skip that troll thing then. Up. As long as like in a game the bosses aren't able to do things that you aren't able to do. Like the boss tracks us, we can track the boss as well. That's perfectly acceptable. Monster Hunter, the boss is locked into an animation, you're also locked into an animation. Totally fine. Hogwarts Legacy, I think, is egregiously bad about its tracking, and it's not fun at all to play, which is a bummer because I do love those books. The castle looks beautiful, but the actual gameplay on hard pretty much just breaks because of the tracking and the people off screen tracking and teleporting to you and hitting you. You know, if someone's attacking you in Hogwarts Legacy, it's basically an auto hit. There is no like moving out of the animation or trying to pay attention and anything like that. If the game tells you that somebody is attacking you, then you are going to get hit. This must be where the meteor hits. What? I think I remember something kind of about that. So I had to stop playing that game. So that was a bit sad because I was kind of interested in the story a little bit. Oh man, I was thinking about this the other day as well. Like putting dogs into games is just cheating. It is cheating emotionally. It is not fair to put dogs in your games or pretty much any piece of media in general. I think it's cheating, and it's just an easy emotional win that isn't earned. You know, you have there's like that new movie with Matt Wahlberg. Is that his name? Definitely Wahlberg. They took all the fur off. What more do you want? I want no dogs. I do not want to hit dogs, man. Like, and they also kill me, so that's upsetting too. Yep. Yeah, that was that was. Yep. Yeah. She won that one. She won that one. Probably Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg is his name. I'm not sure if you've seen the trailer for now the cuddly, totally normal looking wolves. Those suck to kill. They all suck. Not only are they hard to fight, but they look adorable, or at least look like. You know, I feel like I'm just going around killing strays, man. That's that's. I like the scruffy dogs. I want a dog so badly. I want a dog so badly. If you can't tell from the camera, though, this is the extent of my room and space, pretty much. So, learned the other day that one of the summons you can get can ride the big wolves. So does the summon ride the wolf, or can I ride the wolf? Is that the deal? Because I would love to ride a wolf instead of a horse. Where is she? Can we just hit her? She's not even gonna show up this time. Yep, there we go. Wow, that seems unfair, or it seems perfectly fair. Actually, that was a cheap shot. That was a cheap shot by me. She was faster. Oh fuck. Yep. She feels doable though. Like I feel like with persistence I can get her, so I'm gonna keep trying, probably for as long as I can. Riding wolves is definitely cheating. Riding horses then is just as bad. It's just a different mount. It's just a different, cooler mount. It would be so awesome to be able to ride wolves. Imagine riding a room. I was literally just thinking that too. I didn't want to say it though, because that definitely sounds like cheating. that definitely doesn't sound like a fair suggestion. The wolf thing I'm actually pretty on board with, but being able to ride the bear just seems like cheating, or a bit overpowered. Like those things are. Oh, we should get the runes. Yeah, that's enough to justify. Here we go. Yep. See, a bigger sword would have been good. Whoops. Sweet. Ooh, got you. Not a problem. Sacred Scorpion Charm. Sounds cool. Thank you. What is this? What is that? Raises holy attack but lowers damage negation. We can't really afford to be doing... Oh. I would like this if I can eventually stat up enough to not need the seal. I think I do. How much dexterity was it for this? 14. It's 2 levels. I should do what I can to get this thing off of me. I think this is only gonna make things. This was good early game, but I think this is just gonna make things overly complicated and difficult down the line. And we have enough strength to handle the sword now, so yeah, we'll keep this until I can get to 14. 14 dex. That's what we need. I'll also need to respec once, if I am able to get the sword that I want, probably have to respec for it, because we'll deal with that when we get there. I still haven't bothered looking into crafting. There were 2 there. Fantastic. Great. Maybe I'll try to look into it, see if there's anything useful about it. I don't know. But that Mark Wahlberg movie with the dogs, that just seems unfair. You know, I feel like it just feels like such emotional bait and so openly manipulative to get you to be invested that I'm immediately like turned off and skeptical by the movie. I feel the same way about most instances of dogs, except for Old Yeller, which is like irrelevant at this point. You need a crafting recipe from Siofra to do Alexander's quest. Okay, that we were. Well, I'll try to look into that in Alexander's quest. Like I think I will try to bring up character quest lines so that we can see those, because I do really want to see them all, and they are way too convoluted to trust myself. Not here. It's short tranquility. Okay. Yeah, I'll look into that stuff. I don't think we've hit any like any points of no return for anybody yet, since we've only beaten Godric, really. So I'll look into that and try to make sure that nothing gets missed. But yeah, so I'm really skeptical. His quest is pretty low effort. Sweet. Just annoying locations to get to. We'll get to those locations anyways, though. So at some point we'll definitely get that done then. Rainey's though, and like Selen's quest, gosh darn it. What were they thinking? Selen especially seems very like I beat Selen's quest last time I played, since I was a magic build and it was important. I don't have any keys either. And I needed keys for Siofra River. Oops. So we need a bunch. Yeah. Sun is a freaking journey around that, right? Yeah, you have to go into like very specific caves. You have to journey around to Falgano to find this crazy looking dude. It's cool. He's really cool. All those guys that you have to talk to are really cool, but come on. You know, like, come on. And there's like 2 versions of her that you have to talk to. I'm scared to go fight that guy, because I feel like there is some kind of boss here. Unless he's the boss. Yep, he is the boss. Okay, here we go. Yep, he was the boss. Where did he go? Why? Why did he go over there? Yeah, this might be a more like. I think The Last of Us 2 is guilty of this as well. I think they're extremely guilty of being blatantly emotionally manipulative with the dogs. and I have a lot of issues with The Last of Us 2, none of which have to do with like how that game opens or any of the major controversies that got traction that were about that game. But yeah, it was you have a character that people are not going to like. You have people play as that character, and then to try and get them to like that character or show that they're a human, you have them play with a dog. Like, okay, we get it. You like dogs. She likes dogs. You like dogs. She's a person. You should like her. I just don't think that's that kind of annoyed me. And that was pretty much how her entire intro when you started playing her went. She's so friendly and she's talking to everybody and she's nice to dogs, etc. It's just not very, I didn't find it very compelling, and it seems a little cheap. A little cheap. That game does some exceptional things story-wise. The dog thing was not one of them. Is everything still up and running? Because it froze. It might just be my internet on my end. It might just be. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Yep. Okay. Stream is lagging. Shoot. Yeah. Drop frames. I might have to lower it. Ruh-roh. Can you guys hear me? It might be a good time to call it then, so I can resolve that. I typed that out just in case you can't hear me, but yeah, I'll call. I apologize. I will give you're here but lag. Sound is fairly the sound is okay. If the sound is okay, shoot. Sound is sound is fairly okay. Yeah, shit. Okay. Hopefully it's coming back. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm still gonna call it here. It's getting closer to the time that I wanted to stop at anyways. I was only gonna go for like 12 more minutes anyways. Sorry about the lag. I'll restart my Wi-Fi and hopefully oh, you could. Okay, great. So as long as, yeah, thank you for hanging out with me today. I will be back again tomorrow. I will be back again at 9. I'll do some more testing for for the stream. Try to figure out what's happening with my internet. Normally it's pretty good. It might just need to be restarted. Yeah, I mean, I thank you for joining me. I stream Wednesday to Sunday. So if you're ever around in the mornings, feel free to say hi. Really appreciate you having you here. I'll try to continue the dog stuff. Remember to continue that next time. I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.